Welcome back once again to the podcast on the veranda at Rafe's place. I'm Phil Davis from the Washing Line, and this is the So-Called Experts, and you, my friend, are the greatest of all so-called experts, are you not?
The greatest of all so-called experts, hey? How have you come to that determination?
I don't know. You're better than me.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
We're just going to slightly change our structure today, Rafe.
We've got someone who's actually joined us on the deck today.
Yeah, a real guest, not
not a
like
fake guest like we had last week.
Yes. Before we bring him into the conversation, we'll quickly go through the results from last weekend in the Flight Centre Premier League. The first game, Peninsula 3, Capalaba 2. All the goals came in the first half, and they were all in a big rush, and I think an own goal decided it, didn't it?
First goal in the first minute.
Yeah.
And then, a couple of goals after that to Peninsula before Capalaba scored a couple of penalties.
Yeah.
You know, Peninsula 3-0 up, 3-2 at half-time. You would have thought 5 goals first half. This will continue.
Yeah.
It didn't.
No. Sean Furigal, I mentioned last week, I thought he needed to start hitting the target, which he did in the first minute. Next game was very controversial. Logan FC 1, Holland Park Hawks 4. Couple injuries. Dean Briggs, Jeff Woodward, Marek Madley got the whole stomping boots out. Thought he was Russell Crowe for a while there, and but a good result for Holland Park 4-1.
Brilliant result away from home, and I don't know what went through Marek Madley's mind. I don't think even he realised what went through his
highlights.
Mind. Brilliantly captured by our cameraman, Sean McCoy.
Yep.
And you could just see the look on Madley's face when he was leaving the field of, what did I just do? And out for 3 weeks, I think he's very lucky that it wasn't double that.
Yeah, I think so too, but I think that they caught... It's 3 weeks is a pretty hefty suspension.
Yes.
The next one, Lions just got away with it 2-1 over Ace out at Albany Creek, and they had 2 goals disallowed, Albany Creek, for offside.
Right.
Both for offside. So,
okay.
Yeah, they snuck away with that one.
Yeah, pretty easy in 2013 for Lions when they won their premiership.
Yep.
Not as easy in 2015.
No, it's not.
But it's not a cruise at the same time.
Yeah.
But if they are going to earn the title this year... Yeah. They're going to be well tested, aren't they?
They are, especially since, I'll talk about it later, they've lost a player overnight. Next game, East 3, Rochdale 0. I was at that game and I tipped that Rochdale would win, and I bigged them up all last week, did I not?
You did, and I got there for the last half hour.
Yeah, and it was all East.
Yes, pretty much, yeah. From the time I got there.
The kiss of death I am, aren't I? Yeah, Eastern Suburbs looking absolutely fantastic after that win last night as well. 5-0 over Albany Creek. The next game of the round, Knights 3, North Pine 2. Knights got away to a 3-0 lead, and they're looking much better, aren't they? With Andrew Butler and Jason Tobin, and of course Lucas Wilson likes to bang them away. They just...
Don't forget Emmanuel Peter, who's fifth on the goal scoring standings.
Peter.
Scored in all but one game.
Yep. Which is nothing compared to our guests we'll be on shortly, isn't it?
But North Pine, they're leaving it too late. Like, they've scored a couple of goals in successive matches in like the last 10 minutes. So they've certainly got goal scoring capability. They just need to find it about an hour earlier.
They hit the post too, didn't they? With 3-2. Yeah.
Good save from the Ipswich keeper.
Yeah, what's his
Baker,
name?
is it?
Baker,
yep.
is it?
Yep.
Mar Baker. No, it's not Mar Baker. But yeah, he got kicked in the... I thought that was a very bad challenge, actually. You know that challenge on the keeper? You commentated on it.
Oh,
anyway,
yes, but that was a long time ago now.
All right. And the final game of the weekend, I tipped it to be a bit of a shellacking.
You did. I said it'd be closer than what you thought it was, and I was right in the end.
Well, not really, because it was still 4-2. Mitchelton beat UQ FC 4-2. And our very special guest today scored 2 of those goals for Mitchelton, did he not?
He did.
And
who was our guest?
You're going to have to pronounce it.
Well, I've been getting it wrong up to date, but I've been corrected this afternoon. Welcome, Mitchelton's Ben Njie. Njie. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, you'll get there.
It's good to have you on. So you've been scoring quite a bit, and you just told us before we kicked off that you're not really happy with your record so far, which is 8 from 6 games.
Yeah, I think I've had a bit of a slow start, and I think I'll hit top form in the next couple of games to come. So, looking forward to it.
Well, you've got 14 games and 8 matches. 14 goals and 8 matches. That's a pretty good return.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Just say I'm slacking off a little bit, but I think I'll get going as soon as I hit a couple of games yet. So, yeah.
All right. Well, people want to know where'd you come from. Obviously, you're English. And you come from the great city of Leeds, home of Leeds United AFC, the greatest football club in the world. But tell us about your journey. What did you start playing, and where did you start playing, and where have you been?
Initially, when I was younger, Grew up in Ossett Town, that's where in Wakefield, and had a couple of trials there, different clubs, Leeds, Huddersfield, and Swindon. Just 2-3 years ago, went on to Samson Winner Pro. Didn't really get through, but didn't play for a couple of years after that. And a mate of mine, Bradley Thompson, plays for North Star.
Yeah.
Told me about coming down to Australia, and a few months later, here I am.
So you liking it here?
Yeah, loving it. Yeah, loving it. Really nice weather, nice people. It's a lot friendlier than home as well. So yeah, it's been really good.
So, I have to ask, like, the standard of football in the Flight Centre Premier League. How do you see that? Is it? It's pretty competitive.
Yeah, it's very competitive. I actually thought it would have been easier than I thought, but it's actually hard.
Yeah.
People do work hard, especially as well that the weather is not in my favour.
Yeah.
But putting me through my paces, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's been a good challenge.
Yeah, that seems to be a bit of a myth with people who come over from England. So
Yeah.
they think, oh, I'm going to Australia.
Yeah, it should
Yeah,
be
rubbish.
walk in the park.
Yeah,
walk in
I'll
the park,
score 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the weather will change, and it will
Yeah.
be on your side shortly.
Yeah.
It's just the longest summer in history.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well. Obviously, as soon as the weather starts cooling down,
Yeah.
and I'll just speed it up from there, then see how many goals I can get.
Yeah. So what's your goal for the season then?
I reckon I'll hit 30.
30?
30.
Yeah.
30. Well,
Reckon
we
I'll
believe
hit
the
30.
record's 33, I think, isn't it?
Is that
And who-
Kato a
and
couple of years
Kato,
ago?
yeah, 33, I think.
Kato a couple of years ago.
I think he got 6 hat-tricks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
hat-tricks.
Yeah, you can do that, can't you?
Oh, I can manage that.
You'll get hat-tricks.
I'll get there.
Yeah, you're up against Kato this weekend. Actually,
Yeah,
could be a goal fest.
yeah.
See if you can outscore each other. Yeah, well, that's great. And how's things going at Mitchie? Of course, you were at Northdale last year,
Yeah.
and you're in there at Mitchie. You got Leo and Roger, of course, and Aaron Philp is doing the taking the training. How's that going?
Yeah, spot on, yeah. Leo and Roger done a brilliant job trying to get me in there as well, and they've been looking after me, coaching staff, brilliant. All the boys are good, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, it's been good.
So I've got a question for you. You're talking about scoring goals.
Yeah.
You banged 3 in last week in the Westfield FFA Cup.
Yeah.
And then some little upstart comes on and, sort of trumps you and gets another hat trick inside 3 minutes.
Stevie, yeah, I'm really happy for Chester, but I told him I'll try to outdo him. Yeah, 3 goals in 6 minutes.
3 goals. Well, they're trying to track it down. It's 3 goals officially in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
There was a hat trick in Tasmania of 2 minutes 50 seconds,
Right.
and they reckon they've got CCTV that shows Chester in 2 minutes 46.
46, so he hasn't
Yeah.
beaten it.
He has beaten it by 4 seconds if they can confirm it.
Yeah.
Which, like
Oh.
yours, we were looking at was about, what, 82 minutes?
No, he got a rest. He got a rest.
I know you scored the first goal.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
he's
then-
got his first, third, I think, and
If you can remember that sort of
That's
stuff, you
okay.
should be working for us because you get when it's 8-1, things do tend to become a bit of a blur, and you've got to write it down later. But you're obviously English, as I've mentioned before.
yeah,
Euro 2016 coming up. You'll be following England through that, won't you?
yeah, but it's difficult with being here
Yeah.
and the times whatnot trying to get up.
Welcome to our world,
having
mate.
work as well. So it's like you either record it, or if you forget to record it, then you miss the whole thing.
Look,
So,
I tell you,
yeah.
you have not. I've lived through this
Yeah.
for 40 years. Not the last World Cup, the World Cup before, we had Australia on at 1 a.m. and England on at 3 a.m.
Oh, bloody hell.
And I had to work the next day, so
Yeah.
I just stayed up all night.
You stayed up all night?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
and I went
Jesus.
to work and I just fell asleep and then I went home again. But yeah,
Surprised you didn't get sacked.
oh, you know.
Sleeping at work.
Well, I fell asleep and they went, you better go home, you know. But yeah, well, look,
Yeah.
we might have a look at what game's coming up this weekend because we do like to get the opinions of the players who are out there mixing it with on the field. You know, obviously we just talk basically about, we're not really experts, are we? They were the so-called experts. But we're going to look at some games from this weekend. I think you played a lot of these teams already, so we're going to get your tips as well. Right? Okay.
Go on and hit me with it.
Okay, North Pine take on UQFC in the first game out at Bob Brock Park. That'll be at 5 o'clock, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
North Pine coming up a loss last week. UQFC, well, they lost as well. They lost to Mitchelton. Were you very close to them, Ben?
Yeah.
Yep. What do you fancy in that game?
It's
It's a tough one, I know.
I think UQ might take them.
You think UQ will get past North Pine?
Yeah.
Why?
I reckon. 'Cause, I think they're more fluent with the attack. They've got a couple of players in UQ. When we played against them, they were just busy all game.
Yeah.
I think two of them pulled out injured. But I think if they get it right this week, this should take them.
Okay, well, that's UQFC. I'm going to tip a North Pine to win that one. What about you, Rafe? Get off the fence.
No, I'm trying not to say that dreaded word that I tried to ban last week.
Yeah.
I will go UQFC.
Okay, UQFC. The next game coming up, which will be, I believe, at 6 o'clock, I would say, will be at Terralba Park, just down the road. I can almost see it from here, right?
Just get up
Just
top of the
over
roof
there,
and you'll find it.
Yeah, the lights are on. You'll probably be able to see it at night, wouldn't you?
There'll probably be lights on there, yeah.
Mitchelton versus Peninsula, and this is an absolutely critical game. Just before we cross the bend, this is a critical game, I believe, for both clubs. Whoever wins this one will take a step towards being in the top four. Is that fair?
Look, the season's going by in the blink of an eye, isn't it? Because after this weekend, we're already a third of the way through the season. So, it is starting to get to those critical stages of the season. So, Mitchelton in third on 12 points. Peninsula gradually moving their way up in 6 points, just 3 points behind in 9. So, if Peninsula grab the win here, they start edging up into the top four, whereas Mitchelton can start to open up a gap over those teams behind them. So,
Who are you tipping? I'm going to go to Ben last.
Got to be careful now.
we know who Ben's going to tip, so it's a really good weekend all around the grounds. Yeah.
Look, I'll go Mitchelton for this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
good choice.
Yeah, it's a good choice, that one. I think the Peninsula are due for a win.
The other thing,
I think Mitchelton are very difficult to beat at home, so I'm going to go for the draw. Sorry.
The other thing is obviously Peninsula play a cup game tonight on Wednesday night as well. So
which was last week, of course. Mitchelton played on the Sunday, which helped.
And up against another Premier League opponent.
In Capalaba. I'm going to tip the draw on that one because I want to stay friends with Ben. So you're going to tip Mitchelton to win, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know much about Peninsula? You haven't played them yet, have you?
I haven't played them, but I went to go watch the game against Lions at Lions ground, and both teams kind of similar. Yeah. And we was really upset with losing to Lions, and if they're kind of similar teams, similar setup, I'm pretty sure that Aaron will get us right, and we'll get the result. Yeah,
it's certainly going to be a very big game, and there really is a lot hanging on that one. The next game, Holland Park Hawks versus Eastern Suburbs. Holland Park have got a few players out injured. Be interesting to see the squad they play tonight. By the time the pundits hear this, the game will already be over. But be interested to see the squad they play tonight against Lions. East, well, they were terrific last week.
Yeah,
they really were. They were really good. They beat Albany Creek 5-0 last night. Ben, you've played both sides. Yeah. Really interested in your assessment of the two sides.
Holland Park, they've got really tough midfield and tough defence. Like half of them all English lads as well. So, and East are really fluent as well. They attack. They've got big weapons up front, up top. They can score goals anywhere, left, right, and centre. But because Holland Park's got a few players missing, I fancy East on this one. Yeah, look, I'm going to go with East simply on the fact that Holland Park got players missing as well. Crucial players too, Madeleine and Briggs.
As good as Holland Park's run has been lately, East have been better. East will be buoyed by keeping a clean sheet last week as well. Yeah, look, I would just like to add there that even if Holland Park had all their players, then I think East would win. Yep. On last week's performance, they were very good. This is another game which is just like... And Capalaba versus Albany Creek. Capalaba nearly beat Peninsula. They've been playing very well. Albany Creek nearly beat Lions. So it's the battle of the nearlies.
You played Capalaba already, Ben.
Yeah, disappointing result when we played against them.
Yeah, very disappointing. You lost 4-1. Didn't see that coming, did you?
No, we didn't.
No.
I'm saying,
but you did score a goal.
With the league, any team can surprise you, really. If you take them lightly, they'll take you for a ride, basically,
Yeah, do you think that one of the reasons you lost is because you were a bit complacent? I mean, that's a difficult thing to quantify, obviously, but, you know.
But I just think we just wasn't prepared, like anything. Like, if you're not prepared to beat the top teams, you won't beat them. So, like, they're more ready than us, so, they've done the job on the day, so.
And, well, Albany Creek got kind of a real smashing last night, 5-0 by East. And, I don't know, they don't look too bad. This is a really tough one to call as well, but because it's so tough, Rafe, you go first.
Oh, right.
Spit it out, mate. Come on.
I will...
You're not very prepared, eh?
No,
for a commentator.
no, I'm prepared. I just, think about it as we go by. I will stick with Capalaba, probably merely because they're at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Capalaba too, because they're at home.
Yeah, I'll go to Capalaba. I haven't played Albany Creek yet, so I'll go Capalaba.
Well, there you go. Rochdale versus Ipswich Knights is the first game on Sunday, and Rochdale played really well against Logan, and then last week they were awful against East. I mean, I don't like to offend people, but they weren't very good. You know, and we've seen them play better, but they were missing Michael Baird. He should be back this week. Ipswich Knights, of course. We talked about that earlier, that they're a good side, and Ben's played Ipswich, but not Rochdale yet.
No.
Well, you can go first, Cav, off the rank. Who's going to win this one? You have no idea, do you?
I'll go for Knights, just because a friend of mine's playing for them. Easy. Yeah, Easy's playing for them, so I fancy them to take it.
Okay, well, I'm actually going to have to go for Rochdale. I like their home field, and they like it. In the past, Rochdale field's been terrible, wasn't it? Last year it was like a bog heap, but it's flat, and they've got a new mower. So I'm going to tip Rochdale to win that.
Thanks for the mower.
Second time in 3 weeks that's been discussed here. I'm going to go Rochdale. I'm just not convinced that Ipswich Knights are a full 90-minute side just at the moment, as they showing those late 2 goals against North Pine last week.
Okay, well, there you go. And the last game of the weekend, Sunday, 4 o'clock, out at Lions Stadium. Lions FC versus Logan FC. And what do we like to call that? The L...
You like to call
Classico.
The El Clasico.
With the 2 L's, so, Lions and Logan. Lions versus Logan. Now, some breaking news. I believe Andre Bonotto is currently on the way back home.
To Brazil.
Well, let's assume that's where he lives, but he's definitely gone.
You would know because you are close to the Lions coach.
Well,
or have an inside line there.
I'm trying to get in on the bromance.
Split it up.
Yes. Just Andre Bonotto's definitely gone. And that's as much as I know there, but I believe may have another signing on the way who could very well be available this weekend. I'm not sure. Don't know any other details on that, but honestly, with Logan, they were not good last week. They got beat 4-1 by Holland Park. The week before it was 2-1 Rochdale, and they really should have lost by 4 or 5. You played Lions, Ben.
Yeah.
And you got beat.
Yeah. They're a very well organised team.
Do you think that was your worst performance of the year?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we just wasn't prepared at all. All our attitude and work rate wasn't there. It was a tough night. Yeah,
the thing with Lions is you've really got to be on your game if you want to get by them, haven't you?
Yeah, because they're organised, well structured, and they want to win games just like everyone else, really. But just on the day, you just play us off the park. So
I'm going to definitely tip Lions to win that. And Ben?
Yeah, I'll go Lions.
Yeah, I think it's all around the table.
It would be a remarkable turnaround if Logan could take a result of that game.
We never say never as football.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's right. You remember Mitchie lost 4-1 a couple of weeks ago? You remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a few people out of pocket on that game, I assure you. All right, so that's the games from the weekend. There's plenty of other games around. I haven't marked down who's tipping what, but I would suggest on history that whatever Ben tipped will come true, and if we tipped anything else, it'll be the opposite. So, get out to a game this weekend. If you can, we'll be out. We'll be out at games tonight. Of course, I think I'm going to Rochdale. I'm not sure where you off to.
I'm going to Peninsula.
Oh, you're off to Peninsula. And Ben, I believe you'll be at Peninsula as well.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see what the missus says, and
Yeah.
I might be down as well.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show. Much appreciated.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. And good luck with the season ahead. It's been really good having you playing in the game, and you've really caught everyone's eye, with so many goals. And before we go, was that the luckiest goal I've ever scored against Holland Park? That ball hit you square in the chest off the keeper, didn't it, and dropped at your feet?
Oh no, I knew what we're doing. I told him, give me the ball and I'll score.
Yeah. So the keeper gave it straight to you. Hey, look, mate, we were about 8 metres away, and for this week. We'll be back next week. Thanks to Ben. Thanks to us.
Cheers,
thanks
guys.
to everybody for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.